Good morning, Southland parents. And actually today, I'm speaking to the expanded Southland family. You know, we have a group of freshmen who are coming in, and this would be my first communication with the expanded family because we have not had a graduation. But I want to give you an update on three basic things. First of all, let's talk about the schedule for next week. You know, next week is a big week for us. Graduation week, Tuesday through Friday. Everyone is looking forward to it, and probably me in particular. A lot of tears we've had this week as students think about moving on. It's been an emotional week for us. But I think that when you leave here at the end of the graduation, you'll feel as much pride and a feeling of accomplishment, and each of our graduates will move on to a future that I know absolutely is bright. But let's look at the week. You know that we have three socially distanced graduations, Tuesday through Friday, and you're well aware of what your time frame is. But graduations mean a lot of people, a lot of things that I'm not going to talk about because I have some surprises for you. But for the entire week of May 17th, we're going to go remote. Let me repeat that. The entire week of May 17th through the 21st, we're going to go remote. On Monday, however, we have two advanced placement classes. Certainly we'll provide transportation. It's important that they take advanced placement classes and exams in calculus and in computer science. So on Monday, those will be the only classes that are in person, because you know the rules that we must test in person for ACT, SAT, and advanced placement. But what else is going on in the school? The chorus is getting ready to provide some presentations at graduation. On Monday, we're also having our dress rehearsal. But we're getting ready to honor 138 of you in our own way, in the Southland way. And you know, the Southland way has always involved beautiful music. So even though I can't share anything with you, when you pull into our parking lot, you will definitely see the entryway and the welcome that we provided for you. So that is the 17th through the 21st, definitely 5 days of remote, and then we go right back to the hybrid. But on Monday, there are two advanced placement tests, and so those parents that are involved, please think about that. But I mentioned that this is a message to the family as a whole. I hope that you have looked at some of the videos that Dr. Richard Watson has done for us. He is our epidemiologist that, first of all, he came to us to give flu shots, but he's been advising us as we have worked through this whole thing called COVID-19. First of all, this building, we only have two people in the Southland family that have not been fully vaccinated. So the good news with that is when you come in for graduation, everyone involved is fully vaccinated. But the better news in terms of our evolution, you know that we're going to a full summer program, and we are going to open in August. Southland is coming up. You know, I talk to staff all the time, and at first I used to say, we're coming up the rough side of the mountain. No, parents. We're at the top of the mountain. We're looking over to the other side. There's this river that's flowing. There are boats on the river. We're going to get on a boat, and we're coming back to school in August. And so I'm excited about that. I'm excited about so many different things. But you've been watching the news just like I have. And there cannot be a news program without a conversation about vaccines. Now I'm expecting any minute the CDC to expand the age range of students who can take and are eligible to take vaccinations. It's going to go down to age 12, and it always did include the older children, but 12 going up, and I guess 90s or 100s, but we already knew about them, that they would be eligible for vaccinations. You must know also that our state is about 35% vaccinated. I kind of think that if they were over 90% the way that we are, they'd probably be ecstatic, but that's not the case. But let's look at what they're saying to us. We received an email from Dr. Watson, and he is prepared to come here to Southland on May 20th and 21st. May 20th and 21st. And you'll see this on our website, but I wanted to explain this to you. He is prepared to administer vaccines, not only he in person, because he will be here if there are any questions, but his nurses also will be available, and we will be giving vaccines to all who may decide to come. And what does that mean? You may have younger children who are in middle school, doesn't make any difference. You can register them online. You may bring them, and I know, knowing you would want to come with them. And we encourage you to register them, but we're also going to take walk-ins. So the concept is the more we protect ourselves, yes, we're going to return with masks, but the vaccinations are important. Now, I know that some of you are thinking right now, I'm not going to do it. Well, that's your choice. That's your choice. Don't email me. That's your choice. That's your choice. But we're opening up our facility because we think that you're more comfortable coming here with your children. I personally think that if you have a senior and they're going away to stay in the dormitory, you need to think about the vaccine. But in addition to that, what about just school in general? The ebb and flow of what goes on a daily basis in school. And most schools that I know of are opening in August, just as we are. So I do recommend the vaccination. We're going to return with masks, but vaccinations, as scientists are telling us, mean that even if you did encounter this virus, you would probably not be hospitalized, you would not be on a ventilator, it certainly would not be life-threatening, and all of those things are something that we want. So next week, please consider coming in, making sure that your children are vaccinated. But I want to take this a bit further. Let's say within your family, within your bubble, your family bubble, maybe you have sisters and brothers that you can convince to come and be vaccinated. Please do. I hope you don't have parents that haven't been vaccinated, but if you want to bring them, then that's perfectly okay. What we're trying to do is create a community, not just the educational setting, but us as a whole in the south suburbs, that we're safe, but also we really need to interact with our families. It's been a long year. And so next week is graduation week. That's going to be a wonderful thing. But I think it's going to be a very positive experience for us all to have as one when we think about the concept of vaccinations. And that's the reason that we're opening Southland. We're grateful to Dr. Watson. He's been with us since the beginning. I think he's surprised at how well we've done in terms of people being willing to get vaccinated. Now, if I could be 100%, if we could be 100%, that would be what we want. But children 12 and above are welcome. You are welcome. If I were you, I would look into my family circle. If there are people that you feel and that you can convince to be vaccinated, after this message is over, we will have online the link. We've already tested it. Please go online and to reserve your appointment immediately. At this point, we're going to be open doing vaccinations from 10 until 1 on the 21st and the 20th. However, Dr. Watson has said if there's an outpouring, if there's a groundswell, he is certainly willing to expand those hours. So I'm looking forward to next week for a lot of different reasons. First of all, students, we understand, are going to do very well on their AP exams. I know that. Graduations, there are 12 of them. That's just 12 opportunities for me to have the opportunity to look into our students' eyes, and underneath the mask, we're all smiling. It's going to be a good occasion. But something that we did not necessarily intend to do, but we are going to do next Thursday and Friday in our commons coming in the main entrance, you'll have the opportunity to get vaccinations. Perhaps this will relieve your mind. So I wanted to give you an update. There'll be information that follows this online, but they may be two different ends of the spectrum, but graduations and vaccinations, that's what we're going to be doing next week. Kind of the Southland way. Whatever way we can serve, then that's what we want to do. So many of you I will see next week. If you have questions, we're here. It's going to be a wonderful week in so many ways. But as usual, thank you for allowing me to come into your homes and to share some information. Stay safe.